Hello dear students of class 10 and the examinee of 2021. How are you? We think you are very well, safe and sound. We are also the same. This is Musharraf Hussain with you, and I would like to present a class here with you. That is, in my last class, especially in Zoom class, all of you, most who were present in this Zoom class, requested me to take a class on right form verbs. And we started there. We have discussed some rules there. At least I think we have discussed there at least 1 to 10 rules there. Dear friends, I would like to give these rules. I would like to discuss these rules for the YouTube class. That is why this is Musharraf Hussain in front of you. So dear friends, let us enjoy class with right form of verbs. Let us enjoy. Okay, first of all, here a very important topic. It is so a very important thing you have to remember, you have to recollect here. That is, if you want to do right form of verbs easily, correctly, you have to have ample knowledge on tense. If you have very clear knowledge on tense, then you will be able to do it very easily. Otherwise, it will be very impossible for you, or it will be very difficult for you to understand this chapter very well. So dear friends, I would like to request you to study, to read the chapter of tense once again, then try to understand the right forms of verb, because in right form of verbs, it's a drama of tense. Okay, it's a drama of tense. So you have to have ample or clear concept on tense. Okay, dear friends, let us start for today. Number 1, we'd like to discuss here rules number 1. Number 1 is, if the subject is third person singular number, then s or es will be added with the verb that is given in the sentence. Okay, it's very easy rule, it's very easy term. In present indefinite tense, if we have the subject in present, in the tense will be, the verb will be in present tense, no question about that. But if the subject is third person singular number, then s or es will be added with the verb. Clear? Okay, let us give you an example here. The sun, suppose, give us light. The sentence is in present indefinite tense. Okay, the sentence is in present indefinite tense. We have a verb here. So in present indefinite tense, the subject is third person and singular number. Then you have to add s or es with this verb. Okay, another example is here. He, suppose, do verb we have in the bracket, the work well. He do the work well. Okay, then what will be the verb? Does. Okay, he does the work well. Why? The subject here in two sentences, the subject here in present indefinite tense. So you have to add s or es with the verb. Clear? Okay, number 1 we have cleared here. Let us move the another rule. Okay, number 2, whenever we have some universal truth in a sentence, especially we can say that is, if we have any sentence in universal truth, historical truth, you have to use that sentences in present indefinite tense. In particularly, we have to write the verb of that sentence in present indefinite tense. Then you have to write it about the according to the rules of present indefinite tense. If the subject third person, then you have to use s or es. If the subject is plural, then you have to don't need to use s or es. Okay, just like present indefinite tense. Then what is the rule? If the sentence is universal truth, historical truth, you have to use that sentence in present indefinite tense. That is, in another way we can say, we can write that sentence in present indefinite tense. Okay, let us give you example here. The moon, suppose we have give in the bracket light at night, then what will be the right answer? Gives. Okay, the moon gives us light at night. Okay, the earth moves around the sun. Okay, the earth is round. We have to use it in present indefinite tense, and according to the law of present indefinite tense. Okay, we have some historical truth sentence, that is, suppose we become independent in 1971. You can write it we became. You can use here became. Okay, no problem. But this sentence you can write it in present indefinite tense because it is historical truth. The occurrence happened in the past period of time, but now it is also true. It is also going. We are independent now. So we can use this sentence is in present indefinite tense and according to the law of present indefinite tense. Okay, dear friends, we have discussed here two rules there. First one is, if the subject is third person singular number, you have to use s or es with the verb. Number two, if we have universal truth or historical truth in a sentence, then you can use it in present indefinite tense. Okay, let us move for the next rule. In some sentence, we have indication of time, but there is no indication of particular time. And specifically, we can say we have adverbial of time there. There is no indication of particular time, but we have indication of adverbial of time, that is daily, regularly, okay, attentively, so. Okay, daily, regularly, often. If we have daily, regularly, often, this adverbial of time in a sentence, you have to use it, the verb, in present indefinite tense. Okay, let us give you an example. Number 3, daily. If we have, repeating again, that is, if we have daily, regularly, often in a sentence and there is no particular indication of time in a sentence, then you have to use it in present indefinite tense. Okay, according to the law of present indefinite tense. Clear? Okay, suppose mother, suppose cook, mother cook food every day. Mother cook food every day. Then what will be the right answer and what will be the right form? Here you have to use it present indefinite tense, that is cooks. Okay, then what will be the sentence? The mother cooks food every day. We have another sentences there. Father walks a mile daily. Father walks a mile daily. He goes to school regularly. he comes here every day. Okay, he often goes there, we often go there. Okay, so the mentionable words are given here. That is, if we have any words that there will be no particular indication of particular time, but we have adverbial of time, that is daily, regularly, often, every day, etc. We have to use it in present indefinite tense. Okay, okay. Let us move the next rule. Suppose number 4, suppose we have a sentence without any V verb, that is we have main verb in the sentence. Then suppose it is in negative form, then what will be the right form of the verbs? Particularly we can say in a sentence, if there is no be verb and if the sentence in negative sentence, we have to collect the do verb, that is do, does, did, according to the tense of the sentence. Okay, according to the tense of the sentence. Clear? Okay, and the sentence will be in negative form. Clear? Okay, that is he, suppose he not read, suppose we have here not read attentively, he not read attentively. We have no be verb here, we have main verb here, we have in negative form. Then what will be the rule? We have to observe, we have to collect do, does, did, according to the tense of the main verb. Tense is in present indefinite tense or present tense. Then we can write it, he does not read attentively. Then the answer is he does not read attentively. This will be the answer. Okay. Finally, we can say that is if we have main verb in a sentence, that is we have no be verb in a sentence, the sentence is in negative form, then you have to collect do, does, did, you have to put do, does, did according to the tense of the sentence. Clear? We have given you example here. Okay, let us move that next rule. The next rule is very easy, number 5. Number 5, that is whenever in present continuous tense, whenever any work is going on, whenever any work is going on continuous, okay, whenever any action is going on, that will be in present continuous tense. And if we have now, at this moment, at present in that sentence, then you have to write the verb in present continuous form. Okay, I am repeating again, that is if the work, if the action is going on and we have now at this moment, at present in that sentence, you have to write it in present continuous form. Okay, let us give an example here, that is suppose we read, we have read in the bracket, we have a gap, we have indication of time there. Now at this moment, I mentioned you earlier, that is the right answer will be we are reading now, because the action is going on and there is an indication here, there is an indication here now. I mentioned you earlier that if we have now, at this moment, at present, then you have to write it in present continuous tense. Okay. So dear friends, we have discussed here at least 5 rules. I think you are very clear about these 5 rules especially, and the next rules will be in the next class. Till then, I'd like to close here. Till then, be safe, stay home, stay safe, and thank you very much once again watching me.